A very good morning, welcome. It's Jeff Lawton online at 10:30 on Friday the 7th of March. If you're new, my name is Jeff Lawton. For over 30 years I've been a professional gambler, and for almost 20 years this has been my sole income. Now, firstly, please press the subscribe button below if you want to know when I'm putting videos up. They'll send you a notification every time that I put a video up, and it saves you looking for it every day. So just hit the subscribe button. Also, if you want to join my private service, when I release my bets at 8:30 each day, and they're usually one or two each day, or you want to ask me anything horse racing related, then just please drop me a line at the email address below, which is jefflawtonmanagement@gmail.com. Now, I do keep saying that it's important to limit the amounts of bets you have, and it's important to specialise in one particular sector of gambling, i.e., for me, horse racing. And also, don't try and be a hero looking for big price winners. Yes, you'll hit one occasionally and then spend the next 3 months looking for another one. This game is all about confidence, and the more winners you hit, the better your judgment will become. There's nothing worse than having a bet and expecting it to lose before it even leaves the start. Now, a lot of people will talk to you about value, but for me, value is personal. I might look at a race and think a 2-to-1 shot is very good value, as it should be a 5-to-4 shot in my book, whereas someone else may look at the race and think it should be a 4-to-1, hence there is no value. So when people use this word value, it's all about how you perceive it to be. There's no tangible thing there. It's a game all about opinions, and for me, I always say you should always back your own opinion. I'm happy to have a high turnover of winners, and if they're all 6-to-4, so what? Better a 6-to-4 winner than a 10-to-1 second. Now, some people may say that a 10-to-1 second each way is a good profit because it pays 2-to-1 for a place. Wrong. If you have £10 each way at 10-to-1 and it finishes second, you return £30. So you've made a profit of £10. You just took odds of 1-to-2, not 2-to-1. As you laid out £20, you got back £30. That's the reason I don't back each way. If the prices allow, I would prefer to back 2 horses in one race than to back 1 horse each way. Now, the other thing before we start on the racing, a comment I often get is, oh, anybody can pick a 5-to-4 or 6-to-4 winner. My response is, so why do you lose money then if it is so easy? The winners are not the problem. It's the losers that you put with the winners that become the problem. You have to know what a strong 6-to-4 shot is and which ones you should leave alone. Remember, there's a favourite in every race. They certainly don't all win. Anyway, on with today's racing. We'll start at Exeter. Starting the 310, King of the Lake, trained by Jeremy Scott. Now, he's been transformed since having a second wind operation, winning his last 2 runs under the same conditional jockey that rides him today. He won by 26 length at Wincanton over 2 mile 5, and after going up £11, he won by a further 10 length at Newbury, and it could really have been further. He's due to go up a further £11 from tomorrow, so he is very, very well treated today. My only worry today is that it's obvious why his trainer needs to get him out before tomorrow, and I can only think there was no suitable race over 2.5 miles plus, hence why he's running over 2 miles. Because if you watch his Newbury run, the jockey was getting after him at the top of the straight before eventually being well on top at the line, but a drop back to 4 furlongs on faster ground will not be ideal. Because of the form he's in and how well treated he is, he may get away with it, but it is just a note of caution for you. At Leicester, in the 320, King Arise, trained by Richard Newland and Jamie Insall. Now, he's run 4 times over fences, winning 1 and finishing second on the other 3 runs. His best run was his last, when he was beaten half a length by the favourite in today's race, Immortal Flame. Now, he meets that one on £6 better terms, and he was probably still going best when he made a bad mistake 2 out before rallying towards the line. It looks a tight handicap, but he's currently around 11-4 on the exchanges. And if I was to have a bet in this race, that is the one I would have a look at because of the price. In the 355, Noel Williams runs Mighty Moth. Now, he's another one that's fairly new to chasing. He's finished second, third and first in his 3 completed chases this winter. The third being where he didn't appear to stay over 3 miles. He then reverted back to 2 mile 4 at Lingfield, where he could be called the winner a long way from home. Now he's been put up £8 for that win, but the book Joe Anderson, who takes off a good £3 off his back, so in theory he's only gone up £5 and he should be hard to beat. In the 4:28, Christian Williams runs You Say Nothing. He's now a 10-year-old and he's been woefully out of form since winning off a mark of 108 in May 2023. He also ran a good second in December of that year off a mark of 113. But since then, it's all pretty much been downhill. And he turned up at Lingfield 2 weeks ago off a mark of only 84. He jumped well and made all. He's been put up £5 for that. But he's still obviously really well treated on the back of his old form if he turns up in the same sort of mood. And if he does, he could make all here today. And finally at Newcastle, in the 5:15, Tony Carroll runs Alex the Great. Now, he seems to have improved since stepping up to 2 mile, and he ran well in the 0 to 70 handicap at Kempton last time, when he didn't really, to be fair, get the run of the race. Now, he returns to what in effect is a 0 to 59 handicap today, and takes on mainly out of form horses. And though he's never run at Newcastle before, he has previously won at Southwell. He should be hard to beat as long as they don't turn this race into a crawl. Now, obviously it's Cheltenham next week, and I'm not sure I'm going to have the time every day to put up a video. So if you do want to join me to get my bets at 8:30 in the morning, then please just drop me a line below, jefflawtonmanagement@gmail.com, and ask me any question on horse racing you like, and I'll try and answer it. And thank you for dropping by. I will speak to you tomorrow. Thanks very much.